Hello and welcome to another match for the Watchers Brawl 5. My name is SkyeFight and I'm here with my co-caster Noonie today. Noonie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm really good. We're going to be casting SkyeBurn eSports versus the Crimson Crabs, and it looks like today's going to have some really good matches. I'm personally excited.
Yeah, I am too. I really want to see some close games here. The last cast we had was kind of a landslide in a way. This time I just really want some close games, some really close skill.
It looks like both teams are around the same skill level. High Masters, low GM, looking at everyone's profile. Yeah, it looks like everyone's around that bracket. So we should have some really high skill matches. And so far in the Watchers Brawl 5, we really don't see any mediocre teams. Even the lower seeds, the seeds that tend to go out in the first round of the losers bracket, they still end up giving a bunch of teams a fight. So it's really good to see, we're actually casting some really skilled players, and it should be really excited.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I was playing the Crab Rave before we started, and I think I blew your eardrums out, but
Yeah, I mean, SkyeBurn, they don't have any songs, but the Crimson Crabs, you have just the thing. I mean, when you leave, when you finally just, stop on Overwatch, I'll be like, Chase is gone. Dun, dun. Just the crab meme is such a good meme, honestly. I kind of miss it in a way.
Yeah, it is kind of dead right now. It's super old.
Super old meme. Memes only have a lifespan of like, what, a month maybe? And you just, you just lose them. You just lose them, and it's a terrible thing, but just that's how it be. That's how it do sometimes. Yep. It really do be like that.
So first map gonna be Eichenwald. Hate to break the crab meme up, but yeah, Eichenwald. Yeah. What do you think about Eichenwald, Noonie?
It's not my favorite map, but I don't particularly hate it.
You like the lore in it?
I think it's just all right. I think it's all right. I think I like the castle part more than any of it. I like the escort, but I really don't like the assault on it. What about you, Chase? What do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think the first point can be kind of difficult to get through, especially that first initial choke through the archway. If your team is able to like squeeze out of that, you have a pretty good chance. But against like really high spam comps, it's kind of difficult. On the other hand, you get the second point. That's my favorite. Definitely. Huge skybox, nice bridge for boops. You get that middle castle section, that siege area with the mega, and that's a cool place for a lot of like DPS players.
Definitely. I think running a Pharah around here with Lucio or just a Rissa kind of combo, you can pull people off the bridge. Pharah has such open sidelines on this map. It's actually incredible. And even Widowmaker on the second point, when you get right through the gate, you can do some serious damage if you're really good at it. And you just keep your team just
Widowmaker sounds like a really good pick too. Yeah, especially above the bombardments.
Widow, Hanzo, Ash. I mean, a McCree can be good here too, if you want to go into like the middle part, like you said, and just do some close quarter combat. But definitely Widow, Hanzo, and Ash.
Ash is really good because you can actually land dynamite right near the archway, heading towards the second point. Like once you're getting out of the first point, that's a really good place to like dynamite people and burn them for some really good ult charge.
Yeah, did you actually?
Speaking of Ash, there was a patch. A hotfix about her that just happened maybe a couple of days ago. They actually fixed her ult so that she doesn't gain ult charge while Bob is active anymore. What do you feel about that? I feel like it's a huge nerf.
I feel like a big thing about Ash was if your bomb was huge, you could rebuild another one and just do some damage to the enemy team and get a couple kills and already have the bomb right out the gate again. So if you were a really good Ash, you can just pump bombs out like there was no tomorrow. But now I feel like it's kind of a stagger on that. It's kind of just like, oh, well, I can't really get any ult charge while my Bob's going off, and now I have to just do this whole thing again. It does take a lot of time away from just having that ult charge ready.
Yeah, it's really huge. It means that instead of getting her Bob maybe like twice in one fight, it's like every 1.5 fights, which, sounds fairly balanced. It's just the way that she gets her ult charge when she uses Bob and the way that she can still maintain it, I think is a really good idea, and having them nerf that is... I know it's kind of like the same with every other hero, but it was a really cool aspect for Ashe players to actually stack up their ultimate while their ultimate was already in use. Because Ashe isn't really played in the competitive scene, right?
No, not really. I mean, I've seen some people, but You don't see people like main Ash like they would main 76 or McCree or Hanzo or Widowmaker, because she's kind of an all one. She can do some damage up close, or she can do some damage very long range. I feel like I don't really see her in the competitive scene too much. I've seen her in a lot of normal just comp games, but in general, you don't really see Ash being played. It's a shame, but people just really don't like to play her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash on
Right.
Ash on Eichenwald, though, however, you have such a versatile kit on here. You really just have the shotgun just to boot people off. If you do get to the bridge part, the dynamite's just a huge thing for explosion and burning damage. And her regular like lever action rifle can do a lot of damage, even the hipfire of it, aiming down sights, just all that good stuff. She's just a very good hero on this map, I believe. I think not better than Widow, but better than Hanzo at least.
I think Hanzo just depends. If you have an attacking Hanzo against like a bunker comp, I think that Hanzo is the most ideal hero in order to break those shields.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just so good at spamming the shields out, and he's an essential character. Even though he's very similar to Ash and Widow, the fact that he can spam and he can put out so much damage in such a short amount of time means that you can break shields easily, and that's actually why bunker isn't as oppressive as it should be. Is
definitely.
because Hanzo's around. Hanzo and Pharah, particularly.
Yeah, Hanzo, Pharah. I mean, Junkrat used to be the go-to for bunker comp to just destroy it, but Hanzo's just so, I don't want to say better, but he just feels better to play and more versatile. Because he can just he has more mobility. I know Junkrat has his bombs and stuff, the things that can make him go flying, but that just makes you a better target. For Hanzo, he has these dashes, he can dash in the cover, go out, peek real quick, do some damage, dash right back into cover. For, Junkrats just do a lot of damage, hope you break the shield, they put up another shield, what you can do, break the shield again, put up another shield. Hanzo, you can go behind them, try to take out the bash and take out a healer, and then, spam damage the shield. So I feel like it's more accurate and precise than Junkrat.
Yeah, and in one of those ways, if you get a really nice Hanzo headshot, you just one-shot one of their supports, or you just one-shot a DPS, or you two-shot Bastion, right? And that just wins you a fight automatically, where, at this high level of play, you don't really get that same level coming from a Junkrat. His I'm gonna kill you potential comes down to his tire, which is almost completely variable depending on how good the enemy team is in breaking it, right? So he doesn't really have complete kill pressure. His is just pure spam damage, whereas Hanzo has kind of both.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a really good Hanzo, even taking away his storm arrows taken out ages ago, his just regular spam arrow kind of ability can really be good for taking out a Bastion from the back, like you said. I mean, Riptire is good and all, right? But it can be easily taken out by a bunker comp with a Bastion. I mean, come on, it's just a running target. I mean, at least with Hanzo's Dragon, if you fill out a bunker comp, they're going to be forced to move, they're going to be forced to change positions, and maybe you can get them on, the return when they're just changing to some other place where the Dragon is, of course. So I think, Hanzo definitely better for against the bunker comp, but that's just all up to preference. If you have a god like Junkrat, maybe just run that guy until there's no tomorrow. But if your Junkrat's not that good, probably run a Hanzo, in my opinion.
Maybe it's just that I'm really bad at Junkrat and I don't know the correct bomb placements, but I feel like I can just do way more on Hanzo, and everything. It's I'm responsible for everything that I do on Hanzo as well, right? Whereas Junkrat, it's you're firing everything into the air and hoping that it hits. That's just my opinion, though. I'm I'm terrible at.
No, definitely just for spam comps and things like that. Hanzo, Junkrat, even a Soldier 76. I mean, he doesn't do too much damage, but his Helix rockets and of course his primary fire also do a lot of damage. But Hanzo, Junkrat's are always the go-to.
You're right. Hopefully we'll be getting into game soon. It seems like the Crimson Crabs were just getting set up in Discord, and should be ready very soon. Crossing my fingers.
Yeah, just a bit of a wait. Sorry for that, At least I can hear us banter on about Junkrat, Hanzo, and, Ash and stuff like that.
Yep. So Eichenwald, gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens. It's gonna be SkyeBurn eSports that are defending first, and Crimson Crab's going to be attacking. we'll see what SkyeBurn can pull out with this defense. I'm always more interested on the defensive comp than the offensive on this map, because it completely relies on the first comp will completely rely on the attitude from the next couple of points, right? If you pick a bunker, you are like all inning on the first point, and you almost get 0 contest on the second point because you'll have to swap off. And because bunker is not viable on the second point at all, people can easily get around you. The spam damage and snipers are going to be super prevalent, and you're just going to get picked off in a bunker comp. So you're going to have to swap off, which means you're going to lose all of your ults and going to be forced to move on to another comp. And while the enemy team is probably not going to swap, if they're picking something that is fairly safe, they're going to have the ult advantage, and they're just going to wipe your team with one fight, and you're going to be able to get the second point very easily. So you kind of all in on that one defensive comp when you play bunker. However, bunker does seem to have the highest win rate on defense in this map.
Yeah, I've seen bunker. I've also seen 3-3 goats, you know. It's just up to preference of what the team can feel like they are going to do the most damage on, or whatever they're going to be more proficient at. So we'll just have to wait and see. You know, like the great Uber Shout says, you're just going to have to wait and see.
Yep. And we're in the game, starting up very soon. It's going to be SkyeBurn on the blue, Crimson Crabs on the red.
See, that's weird, because mine's like pink for blue team, red for red team, so it's kind of just, it confuses me when people are like, oh, blue team, like, no, pink team, it's colorblind.
Oh, yeah.
I think definitely looks a lot better for him.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's going to be a 3-3 comp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, SkyeBurn and both Crabs are just going to try to run this Goats comp. I mean, we haven't seen, you know, Crabs leave the spawn yet, so we still have to wait for them, but look, it's looking to be a Goats game. Makes me kind of a little sad talking about bunker this whole time, and now we have to watch Goats play. So it's a little bit of a sad chap, a little bit of Pepe hands, if you will.
It's all right. It'll be okay.
At least it's Somber Goats. I definitely love seeing Somber Goats being played. A lot of potential there.
Yep. So attacking starting very soon. It's going to be the typical Moira Goats versus Somber Goats here on this attack. And yeah, already starting some big damage with that Fire Strike. Argon already up to 24%. Holy moly.
Ooh, they all go in the left side room, do a lot of damage, get 2, get 3, and they just cleaned up Crabs into that push. That hurts to watch. It seems like Crimson Crabs, yeah, they went for like a pin there and just got fully annihilated. Yeah,
they got and on the Zenyatta there, and that was really dominant. As soon as you get one of those healers out, Goats is basically over, and you have to regroup or, you know, all in with your ultimates. And unfortunately, they don't have any ultimates, so they're going to be trying to stack up those Kydra on the 40%. Keep an eye out on Sombra during these engages.
Yeah, definitely looking for those hacks. Left side room, they're being pushed in once again. Argon, however, he's going in and he's getting some massive damage. Bowie does also get a kill onto Coach. The Brigitte is down for them, but Crabs seem to be just keep pushing the offensive. They're Reinhardt kind of alone on the right side, getting taken down by both Bowie and Harpa. That is our Harry, my bad. That was a good push for them, but they just seem to get staggered there and just disconnected. Bowie's
they really separated there, and Bowie's cleaning up with this Winston. He's being de-escorted, needs to play a little safe, but that primal that he got in the room was massive, and that turned around the fight. He's playing very aggressive into this.
Yeah, and seems right there to back him up for that aggressive kind of Winston gameplay right there. He's just ready to go in there. It seems like his playstyle is more aggressive, trying to dive on the tanks, do as much damage, and wait for his team to come up with the follow-up. But definitely seems good. Here comes the Graviton and the Diva Bomb both going in, and the Moro going for whatever they can. Or does find Cross.
Oh, no.
Dude, that's a little bit of monk-ass.
Yeah, the Transcendence goes out as well, and they gets completely negated by the bomb. And
Bomb and Moro plus Graviton just taking them out completely. And Organic popped off. He got 2 picks off right off the back. That was absolutely huge.
The good news, though, is that Crimson Crabs still have the EMP, so that is their win condition coming into this fight. They have grab EMP, and while they don't have a bomb, the EMP is going to be more than enough, I think, to stop. As long as Momentum doesn't get his beat off, they're going to be just fine.
Definitely.
There's
Here
the
comes the
EMP.
somber hack and the hammer
beat
down
drops.
on the left side. Ooh, and the beat gets in, however, though. The hammer down might negate that. Here comes the graviton, and they're just stuck.
No.
They're kind of stuck into a choke. They're going for the point right now, but the primal off does come off of Bowie. Organic also popping off the rally. 69% for Ford, who's almost a Diva Bomb. And it seems like they're going to retake the fight onto there. Organic does get coaching. Krabs goes for a bit of a pin with the Reinhardt. Bowie does take down Kai Driver. They got to tick onto the point, however. And the Graviton is in there just to clean it up. It's looking pretty good for them right now. Looking pretty good for Sky. They just cleaned up that entire fight. It looked a little bad for them, but they seem to just 360 to Krabs and just absolutely demolish them.
Yeah, they didn't get the EMP off on momentum on the Lucio, so the Lucio was able to get his beat off, which negated both the EMP and the Earth Shatter, leading to that huge fight win. They got the amazing grab from Harry Happa. That wasn't too crazy, but it still led to a big thing. Ford's getting hacked here, getting very low. Wow!
Ooh, Somber Hack, and Argon gets his hammer down blocked by the Winston shield coming in from Bowie. The Diva Bomb, but it's not even needed. The whole team's already dead. Kind of just a little cherry on top, maybe just a little bit of a precaution. Oopsie. Sorry about that.
That was a meme.
That was a meme right there. That Diva Bomb is kind of like that ringtone, you know? It wasn't really needed, but it just happened anyways. Ooh, it looks like they're going to go for Stall Heroes, however. Coachton trying to go into the Hammond, but he gets taken down. You know, Wrecking Ball's really good for stalling, but you have to wait for your team to get there. Now they're without him. Russian Cow's going in.
Organic goes down.
Ooh, you lose your Brigitte on here, but it seems like, you know, Crimson's lost a lot more than Sky has, so they might be able just to clean it up, and that's exactly what they do. They all find a target. Bowie goes off and gets both of the Sombra and Lucio. Coached in a little bit late, like I said. You have to wait for your team to go in for that dive, or you're going to be staggered, and you're going to lose that.
Yeah, that was really solid defense coming out from SkyeBurn here. Able to full hold with the monkey goats. Yeah, just really good plays from them. I want to say that just the Crimson Crabs kind of outplayed themselves in that attack. Once they got a couple of picks during that second fight there, they just completely scattered and got caught off guard. And it was a 6v4. And when you're playing a 6v4 like that, you still have to not underestimate the rest of the team. And that's exactly what they did. They ended up playing a little too cocky. Bowie and Organic were just mauling them down. Bowie ended up getting 3 kills and using his Primal Rage during that fight, and it definitely worked out for them. We're going to be seeing SkyeBurn eSports on this attack now, and yeah, we'll see what they run. I think it'll be an imitation of the defense, the Moira Goats with the Winston.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like, you know, Crimson, they had the picks they needed, but they just couldn't connect to each other. They really seemed just discommunicated. I mean, with Goats, you really need to stick together with your team, but they just seem to be, like, staggering off. I saw Aragon, you know, he would run off to the left side, get completely taken out by Bowie and Organic, and there's just nothing you could do for him. Your Ryan just goes all the way there. And definitely, I think Bowie and Organic's, you know, very aggressive playstyle plays against Crimson very well. So, you know, when you have just your Winston, your Brigitte just going at you, there's not much you can do on an attacking team, to be honest. Seems like they're going out on the spawn now. It looks like almost the same just Goats comp. They're still running the Somber Goats on the Crimson side, however. So
it's
we'll
just
see how that plays out.
That's a different... Yeah, we'll see what the nades do. Really, wow.
Ooh, they go for the left side room, having some cover. They go for the pin, but Reinhardt's all by himself. Argon goes down. Momentum takes him down, and it's just the only one trying to hold this point. Maverick and both their Lucio Cross just trying to hold that for as long as they can. But really, there's not much you can do. You just lost everyone in almost that entire fight. And it's heartbreaking to see, but SkyeBurn's going to take the round.
That's how you play Goats there, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Goats. That is, yeah.
That is Goats.
Play together as a team, you swarm, you do not back down, you play with your gonads on the line, basically, and you do not hesitate when you play. You speed boost in the other team, your Reinhardt just goes in and smashes the left click button on his computer, and you win. You just win like that.
Yeah, SkyeBurn definitely seemed to just be so aggressive on their Goats, and you know, Crimson Crabs, they were also very aggressive on the Goats as well, but it seems like they were just discombobulated at the start of their pushes. They would get disconnected, take away. You know, they just get like very discoordinated. And it was sad to see, but it just seems like SkyeBurn had the better, you know, communication on that. And they didn't get staggered. They just stayed together and they fought targets. Even when, you know, their Winston and Brigitte on SkyeBurn's side were just going after targets by themselves, they still stayed connected as like that 4-man team and just held that point beautifully.
They did. I'm really interested to see what Crimson Crabs is going to adapt to. It's clear that on Eichenwald, at least, their goat seems a little inferior. Maybe they just swap off the Sombra and instead they go for more aggressive with the Diva goats. I'm even okay with the Zen because playing Zen against Moira in a goats is really good. Zen goats actually counters out any kind of Moira goats, even if it's Reinhardt or Winston. The whole thing is that the Discord orb is much more powerful than anything that Moira can put out. And if you are coordinated as a team, you use the Discord orb, you call a target, and that target pops like a balloon. Even if it's a Reinhardt, you can see Reinhardt's pop.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah, I think Discord is definitely more effective than Moira's her damage orb. Just because if you have your entire or healing orb rather, yeah. If you just have a Zenyatta who calls out his discords and your entire team dives that one person, there's like a 99% chance you're going to kill that person. 1% chance they absolutely pop off and kill your entire team, but I mean, that's a very low 1% chance.
Yeah. So, they're going to pick Oasis. Crimson Crab's going to pick Oasis. SkyeBurn are saving Lucio. This is super clutch. That means that they want to play goats. Crimson Crabs are going to ban Diva. This is huge. This is what we've been talking about this entire tournament. Because when they want to enable the goats, they want to save Lucio. Lucio is the hero that you need to play goats. However, you know, Diva is also another key component into it. And what Crimson Crabs are saying is, we don't need Diva. We play Sombra goats. So SkyeBurn are going to be forced to either use, you know, goats with a hog instead of a Diva, or Sombra goats, or even play something entirely. Their strategy that they're going to use last round on Eichenwald, that one that they won with, is not going to work out.
Definitely. I think banning Diva for Crimson is kind of a way to show. We saw Coach Dan at the end of the game kind of go on to Hammond. I don't know, or Wrecking Ball rather. I don't know if maybe Coach is actually a very good Wrecking Ball. And he's just like, he didn't go on there just to save time. Maybe he can play Wrecking Ball into this kind of GOATS comp, which doesn't really fit him. We don't see a lot of Wrecking Ball into the GOATS comp, but it can be a substitute for Diva. Not as a powerful, you know, as Diva, but pretty good substitute for her. As, you know, he's kind of a dive/main tank kind of player, or rather character. And, you know, you can substitute him and you can still run a pretty alright GOATS comp. Just requires a lot more diving, a lot more communication, and your Hammond or Wrecking Ball to know what he's doing.
Yep. That's certainly an idea, and it looks like, off of the side of the Crimson Crabs, they're not even going to go with that strategy.
They're not even
it looks like they're going to play quad DPS.
Quad DPS, that is... Or maybe this is just, you know, like a meme pick?
No, I think this is real. I think Argon on the Wrecking Ball would be a solid choice. Like you said, we did see him on it. And it looks like they're going to be playing... Oh, they're going to be playing goats with main tanks off of the side of SkyeBurn. They're going to be playing forward on the Winston instead of a typical Diva. I love the Boston sprays coming from Organic.
Yeah, this is kind of a... Ooh, that pin on the Argon almost gets him. Gets stunned. If they take him out, you know, they're going to lose their tank. Hydra also very low. The Sombra is almost a one-hit. And you see, the problem with, you know, Crimson's comp right now is you only have a Mercy for healing. Maybe you're 76 if you get lucky. So you're very kind of glass cannon-y in a way. If you get taken out, you're gone. But it seems that, you know, ooh, Organic goes down, however, but Bowie picks it up from Cross onto the Tracer. Maverick takes down Organic. Hydra in the backline just hacking whoever she can. So the Sombra's doing pretty well. Argon comes in, tries to dive bomb, and does take down Ford. So Winston's down. Bowie does get Hydra with a very good fire strike. That's kind of clutch right there. And on the left side with Maverick, both trying to put down some damage, but it seems like SkyeBurn's going to take this point right now. They just kind of bullied them away, took picks off when they could, and just, yeah, they just really did well on that. SkyeBurn, props to you trying to fight a quad DPS, you know. You don't even have any, Russian Cows getting a 2-man. You really don't have anything to answer that, you know, Pharah and 76, but yet they're still trying to find a way to make it work, and they are making it work.
The whole thing is that they do have one of the quad DPS's worst enemies, which is Moira, actually. You know, Moira's so good at healing and being able to peel for herself, actually being hacked out in the back.
Ooh, Bowie's kind of getting bullied here.
Get anything.
Ooh, B-Drop actually saves Bowie from that. And, you know, now they're popping off. They have a lot of healing. There's Zarya supercharged. Harry's ready to go. Coach then tries to get the res off, gets absolutely taken down. Ford takes down Ann. And, yeah, like you were saying, having the Mora onto this comp is huge. You have that damage orb. And like we were saying before, you know, Zenyatta is kind of good for this. I mean, a Zenyatta into this would be kind of all right, but I think the Mora is definitely the best choice.
Kydra trying to go for some more hacks. Does have the EMP up in a couple seconds. This will be available for the next fight. And there's no real defensive ultimates to come out from the side of SkyeBurn to negate this EMP. So this EMP could be huge. We need to see how many people are going to pile in here. This looks huge. Wow, it's 5 people.
Here comes the hack, the visor, and you still have the far ult ready to go. And does take a 2-man, does get Harry organic out of that fight. They swapped off to the Vegeta onto Sombra, which is interesting to see. And here we go, Cross does take down Russian Cows. Ford goes after Maverick. They have no more barrage unless it gets res, but he seems to be bullying Coach Dan away. Hammered down, that big shatter coming in. But Aragon is almost the last tank onto the point. You have Hanzo, but it just seems like, you know, Ford is doing so much. And they're gonna, oh my god, SkyeBurn's gonna keep that. And that was just all coming from Ford, however. That was just him bullying them off the point. They're like, here, you want to use all these ults? You want to take down my team? I'm gonna primal. I'm gonna bully your Mercy away. And then and then Bowie comes in with this big hammer down, big shatter, and just destroys them. He just discombobulated them completely.
Yeah, Ford did super well there. I was thinking that, you know, because they didn't have the Diva, they'd allow so much damage to be sent in. And that kind of was the case for what happened during the later team fight at the end there. They did come down to the last 2v2, where it was the Ball versus the Winston and Hanzo versus that Soldier. But I think that Ford really stepped up there on that Winston to win that 2v2, and that immediately made them win that fight 100-0.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of crazy picks on the side of Crimson Crabs here.
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna run a Symmetra. Torb gets absolutely demolished. However, Organic going after Maverick. He gets crossed as well, and Bowie goes after Coach Den. Momentum takes him down, and you have Ford, who's just super low here. However, he does get Kydra. Being as low as he is, almost a one-hit. Still plays around that corner and gets Kydra. That's absolutely good from Ford. Not so good from Kydra.
I thought we were going to see the Clockwork Vendetta composition, the Torb come out. We do see Torb, but there's no Roadhog in sight. It's going to be Argon, their main tank player, playing Junkrat in this matchup. And while I think that spam is fairly good, I don't think it's going to be as effective against this Moira just because there's so much spam damage that she can heal up. Nice ice wall to break off the enemy team, though.
Yeah, definitely. Splitting them in half. However, you don't have a lot of damage coming in from Kydra. They're losing people by the seconds. And, it just seems like...
That was quick, too.
That was quick. The wall was really good, however, for splitting the team off on SkyeBurn's side. But just Crimson Crab seems to be kind of just not knowing what they want to run here.
And the whole thing is that SkyeBurn have the ult economy as well. They're going to win the next couple of fights simply because they have 5 ults and Crimson Crabs only have 2.
Here comes the rally coming in. Harry does get coached in, but Aragon also gets momentum. Here comes in the Torbjorn ult. Just Molten Core all over.
Gets forward.
It does get a lot. It does get a little bit of damage, but Russian Cow sustain cross down. So you lost the healer, but it looks like if they can bully Organic, they have a good chance of getting the point. And it seems like exactly what they're going to do. Here coming to point, however, with his very high charge. The beat drop comes in just to, kind of just scare him away from the point. Here comes the Graviton. Here comes the Pyre. It could be huge if it gets one. Oh, it gets taken down by Ford, however. On the McCree. Maverick does get a 2-man, however, onto both Bowie and Momentum, taking down their Lucio and Reinhardt. And it looks like Crimson's going to take the point.
Yeah, and they're not even that disadvantaged up. I mean, Ford is getting some pickoffs. There's the last kill onto Organic there to stall things out. Got to be careful. I think SkyeBurn should back off here, but Maverick has the Death Blossom. There's nothing to really prevent anything from going on. So if he gets a nice flank with that Death Blossom, it's gonna be really good. Maybe Nano Blossom. We have the Deadeye that from Ford that just came up. Ford is now playing the McCree. It's so interesting to see these flex players really pick up something else. There we go.
Here comes the ult. Here comes the Death Blossom. It does get 2. Maverick popping off, gets a 4-man. Absolutely huge, getting both, almost the entire team. Ford does think to have crossover, but Maverick's getting almost 5 people out of that fight.
Yeah, absolutely and they can use the Death Blossom Nano combo, which is going to be huge. You got to play kind of safe with these ultimates. Look at the flank coming from Argon here.
Yeah, it definitely seems like something he's going to set up, trying to do some damage behind him.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he's
doing. My god, Organic doesn't see him!
Organic didn't see him. He's still hiding behind
what's going on here? Is he going to kill Ford?
Ooh, if he might go after Ford. This is kind of disadvantage for him, however. He really, if he gets flashed, he's taken out, and that's exactly what happens. He gets flashed, and he gets taken down almost immediately. You have the ults coming in from SkyeBurn. Russian Cows get slept. The high noon coming from the top left. Deadeye getting one off of Coach Dan. Kydra, however, did use the Molten Core, kind of got him away from the point, kind of, took away their take, and Maverick trying to just fight, but it seems like Argon doing that flank was kind of... Ooh, Kydra does get the
Kydra!
Shatter comes from left side, but Bowie gets taken down almost immediately by all the damage that's there.
Oh, Kydra's doing so much work. Here's the Bongo.
Ooh, the Bongo. The Orisa damage booster hops off, gets down there, and it's just helping Argon take so much damage and getting headshots after headshot. Absolutely huge for Crimson. This is like a moment where we see some life from them. We see this quad DPS just finally go.
Yeah, it seems like they thrive in chaos. That is the team that we're looking at right now from Crimson Crabs. They were able to win that off of pure chaos, and the flank from Argon was actually terrible, but they still managed to win it off the back of Kydra and who was still on that point. That they couldn't kill, and that it was also Maverick really splitting the team off with his Reaper and not dying in that fight. That really managed to win them that fight. It was amazing to see. We'll be seeing the Torb come out and the Reaper, the same composition except with the Mei. It's going to be Kraus on the Ana as well. And off the side of SkyeBurn, they're playing what looks like a dive composition. It's actually 2-3. It's a 1-2-3 comp with a single tank from Bowie and a triple support. They're off on the high ground here, but Brigitta's not really doing a lot.
It's really different here. And you already have Ann, who's set up on the point, who's shown he's a pretty good Orisa. I mean, come on. You saw that last take, getting double headshots, dropping the damage booster. And here comes Bowie, who almost gets pulled in completely and taken down by the team. Organics on the left side, trying to push in, but you see, this is where it's going to be kind of a stalemate. Bowie might get taken out here, but he seems to have so much shit on him. And he gets the pick onto Argon. He has to take out and drop their shield, and that's exactly what they do here. Kydra gets pushed off to the side. Kraus by himself, and Kydra comes back with the kind of molten core, semi-molten core kind of thing. And, that's just it. They're going to clean it up right there.
Yeah, that's the power of Brigitte. Once the Brigitte was able to get onto Crimson Crabs, they were able to win. You see Organic with 95% all charge already. That means that they did a lot of damage coming in, and they did a lot of healing. So, they need to prevent or kill this Brigitte from really going in on these spam composition heroes, because, either Argon needs to get the freeze off, or Kydra needs to snipe him out with his trusty Torb gun.
Yeah, definitely, and we just saw right now, Bowie almost got taken out completely. They drop down, they're using ults right here. Ford does get coached in, and they don't have that beat drop that was kind of building up. They do get Bowie frozen, Maverick and Bowie, but Harry's absolutely trying to carry the...
That's actually okay. SkyeBurn eSports used 3 ultimates. Kydra trying to reset very quickly. It's up to 60%. And as Crimson Crabs, you didn't use anything. Right, you have the Mei ultimate, you have Nano Boost for either the Reaper or the Orisa coming into this next battle. If I see a Nano Boosted Lucio, I'm gonna lose it.
Lucio, honestly, Nano Boosted Lucio is honestly the best healer in the game. He's just the best class at that point. But yeah, definitely, they have the better ults on the Crimson side. Here comes the Mei ult, here comes the Blizzard, here comes the Molten Core, kind of an icy hot combo. Does take down Bowie. You do have the Nano onto your Reaper, who's looking for the Death Blossom, and there he goes, Death Blossom Nano. Gets stunned by Ford, absolutely huge, coming in from the beat drop from Coach then. That is absolutely what you want to see in that kind of situation. Stop the Reaper ult before it goes too far and get the beat drop to heal the rest of your team. Bowie coming back with Primal Rage. He's angry and he's mad that he got taken down. He's ready to go in. He is antied, however, but he's still going to go in the back line. The beat does come off from Coach then too. Momentum absolutely saving SkyeBurn from that. And here comes, you know, more of the ults. Harry absolutely popping off the Tracer Bomb. And you do have a lot going on here. It's a lot to see. You got the Moral popping off. You got an Organic who came back on the Doomfist to stall some more and taking out those picks. Does get 2. Is he going to get 3 onto the Ana? No, that's going to be Harry taking that kill. And SkyeBurn takes the point once again for round 2.
Yeah, you could see that match was a lot more coordinated than the last point, and SkyeBurn stepping up with the Doomfist to counter the Reaper really worked out. See Maverick's nano boosted Death Blossom. You're just coming out of nowhere. Nice nano boost. Gets the 3, gets the 4.
It wasn't even the Death Blossom that kind of did that. I mean, Death Blossom was a huge part, but we just see Maverick by himself going for those picks. A nano boosted animal Maverick just became. And it was good to see. That was definitely a sign of life coming from Crimson Crabs. You know, they definitely showed the second round that they're like, hey, even Vargon kind of flanking right now, I mean, we can still hold this point, right? And that's exactly what they did. And, you know, round 3 seemed like they had a good stance. They went on to the right, they deployed and on Larissa, and it just seemed like they couldn't pull what they pulled from round 2 right out of them, which really sucked to see, but it's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just have a good round and you just start losing it on round 3. The momentum goes away.
Exactly.
Speaking of momentum, his Lucio beat drop when the Reaper was nanoed was absolutely huge for SkyeBurn. And we did see Coach then absolutely drop some that were pretty game saving as well, but momentum just saving his team after they lose 2, or lose 1 rather, and they beat drop just to give them the healing they lost from that Reaper roll. And Ford just stopping it right in its tracks was absolutely huge for just big from them.
Yep. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the next map pick and ban are going to be. Control was just played, so we won't be seeing Control for the next map. And really, Crimson Crabs are on the back foot here. This is their backs are against the wall. They lose another map. They lose the series. They go out of the Watchers Brawl 5 here. And I'm really interested to see what their next map pick is going to be, whether it's something that they're comfortable with or something that they feel that SkyeBurn eSports aren't comfortable with. You know, I think the Control map was a perfect pick because they certainly thrived in Chaos. They were using the Torb and Orisa pick to their maximum potential. The Reaper pick was also was really nice. Orisa, great at stalling things out and slowing down these fights, but really it comes down to, can you sharpen up your goats a little more to actually compete with the next maps from SkyeBurn eSports here?
Yeah, it definitely seemed like that. I mean, SkyeBurn, you know, they didn't really crash and burn the way Crabs did on the round of 3. You know, round 2 was kind of rough for them, but you definitely saw them just, you know, driving in Chaos. Crimson Crabs definitely did. I mean, even after losing Argon, they still did so much. And, you know, it's kind of crazy to see, because you would think, you know, SkyeBurn losing their Diva. No, they were very, you know, not compatible in a way. They were more just, you know, adaptable is the word I'm looking for. They're so adaptable to what they have to fight against. They saw this kind of bunker comp, kind of triple DPS. They're like, okay, we'll change up our builds. We'll take out the Sombra, we'll run Doom, we'll do all these different things. Because look, at the end of that, you saw Organic go to Doom, who was playing Vegeta, and Vegeta was huge coming off for them, or trying to take that point, but coming back as Doomfist, when you're about to lose that point, he absolutely popped off and just did a lot of damage there. And he took down picks left and right, just destroying them. And, you know, we can see that Crimson, they definitely can have a foothold when they, you know, when there's a lot of chaos happening. But SkyeBurn seems to be able just to, you know, adapt to their surroundings and go on to whatever hero they need and just do a lot of damage there. And they take the point right after. That's just what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing on their goats, their DPS. Yep. That's what Crimson Crabs needs to do.
And Crimson Crabs is going to be picking Hollywood. I love Hollywood.
I love Hollywood. And they seem to have banned Mora. And they seem to have saved Lucio. So that's good. Mora's gone, Lucio. So you lose your Mora goats. You still keep your Lucio for that speed boost. So that's still big. But you definitely lose a healer from that. I mean, you can still go to Zenyatta. So that's good.
That's the biggest part. And Maverick from Crimson Crabs asking, casters, are you enjoying this?
Yeah, I'm definitely having a lot of fun. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I'm going to tell him yeah.
Yeah, just say yeah. Well,
yeah.
No H. No.
Oh, shoot.
You gotta go yeah.
I ruined it.
Yeah,
I didn't. I ruined it.
Also, while we wait for our... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You're going to tell him?
Also, yeah, while we wait for our teams to choose their comps and see what they're going to run, you know, we were talking earlier about momentum, having a lot of momentum, beat dropping, doing all that. And, you know, that could be considered as the MVP of the match. And what we do here at the Watchers OW, we do have Twitch MVP. So if you want to vote for your favorite player on either side, if you thought they had some big plays, go ahead to the bottom left or wherever it is onto the bottom where the dashboard is, and just choose your MVP. It's just one click. And then, you know, we'll read it out at the end of the game, tell you who everyone chose as one of the top MVPs.
Yep, and if you donate more bits, you actually get more votes. This is a paid... You can pay your votes. It's like the 2016 election.
Oh, come on, man.
You pay for your votes. So you can pay and get the winner. You just gotta pay, you know?
It's insane. But if you don't just choose... Ooh, Kydra goes almost down immediately by rushing counts. And like we were talking before, losing more...
Charge!
It doesn't stop Burn. They're just going on to the Zenyatta and showing their damage. Bowie is going insane, however, going into their spawn. Ford does get a 2-piece. So you know what? He can go a little crazy. I like that. He can go a little crazy.
Sicko mode!
Oh, no, why'd you have to say that? But he's in their spot.
Oh, my God.
Swinging around. He's just absolutely bullying them. And what we need to see from Crimson right now, and he
Bastion is coming out!
Yeah, they have the Bastion out, trying to just take him away from the doors, but oh my God. Oh, he slept, but he's still alive. They just pop. What is he doing? They're gonna take down the Bastion, however, who does take down Bowie. The Zenyatta ult coming in. They're just at the doors of Crimson Crabs. SkyeBurn, what are you doing? What are you doing?
GM, by the way. Oh my God.
GM, by the way. And here comes Maverick being behind him like an absolute mad lad, trying to C9 him, but they really see that. They take him down almost immediately, and it looks like they're gonna let Crimson Crabs come out of their spawn now. Like, all right, we had enough fun here, guys. Come on out. Come have fun.
All right, you win this initial thing, but we've taken 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, they definitely did a lot there. And this is the point right now. It's their Tracer who gets almost deleted by the Brigitte, gets away with a little bit less. Coach Den almost out, but they do demech forward. That is absolutely huge. Taking D.Va out of that fight is absolutely huge. Because now you don't have anything to eat that molten core. It's gonna pop off. You do have a lot of healing from the rally, but you lose Bowie. You lose almost 2 tanks. You still have D.Va, but she has no mech. You have Russian Cows, who does take down Coach Den, who does take down Maverick.
Wow, Russian Cows.
They used to, I think they were running on the Mora last time, and they're definitely flexing their bones here, flexing their muscles and their bones. Yourself, they might be aching a bit. I don't think you flex bones, but it seems like they're just knowing what to do with this.
Mr. Skeletal flexes. Oh,
ooh, that is a good grab. Well, a little bit. They got to kind of escape it, but it does do a bit of damage.
Oh no, they're back to spawn.
Oh, they're back in their spawn once again. They're anti this time. It might be good if they can come out with a lot of damage, but. Oh no, dude, they're right in their spawn. What are you gonna do against that? Not much you can do. However, Crimson do have, you know, it seems like Burn has backed away for a bit. SkyeBurn's kind of away from them.
They have Nano Barrage.
And it seems like they have a lot of ults coming out of the gate. That's what I was about to say. And here comes the Barrage. Oh, Riot Shield blows himself up or gets taken out. And you do have 2 out of that fight. But Hydra picking up the points. They're taking out people left and right. Their Torbjorn just popped off. More Torb in the chat. Yes, please. And, you know, SkyeBurn might not be able to recontest this. They might be too far. They don't have anyone to really touch. Zenyatta goes down, and he's going to get staggered for a bit.
Oh, that's it.
No. Here comes that. Ford on the point, using whatever he has. He does get demacked almost immediately, but you know what? You stalled it to about 40 seconds. That is still good. You still might want to stall him for a bit over overtime. They're C90 right now. They didn't really stay on point and to kind of give them extra time, but that might have enough time for their Zarya to pump out, but nah. They're going to get taken off that point.
Nah, bruh.
Nah.
Nah, man.
Bruh. They're just going to get absolutely demolished. Yeah. Ooh, that's that hurting my bones. I can't flex my bones when I see something like that happen. I can't flex them right now.
Organic is doing work.
Organic's definitely switched off to his Brigitte onto 76, and we saw before runs up really
Maverick's
good.
On the flank.
Yes. He's going for the flank. He's going for what he can. Kydra absolutely popped off in that last push, however, gaining 2 of the absolute 3 kills and taking out the rest of the team was absolutely huge for them. And now he has ult. He has Molten Core. But it seems like Bowie's just on the point by himself, not knowing much what to do. You do have Coach Den there. Here comes the Graviton, and Torbjorn's kind of just flying up there. And 76 is going for that pick, but he can't really see it. They're hiding in there. And you know what? It seems like SkyeBurn has just recontested this. They seem to have it. Kydra's just sneaking up behind him, though, on the high ground. Look at that. He has the Molten Core. I think what they're going to do is Molten Core from behind. Ford doesn't see him, however, so he's still hiding. And, having Torb's small stature absolutely just is perfect for hiding in that little corner right there.
Maverick has gone on his second best pick, the Genju.
Ooh, here comes the bombs. Here comes the Turbo, but they're all in the front. They're not even in the back line.
No.
So this does absolutely nothing to them, which is, that's heartbreaking to see. Kydra set that up perfectly with Coach Den, but they're all playing forward, dude. You're not going to find any value. They're not playing back. They're not scared of you. You need to make them scared of you, Crimson. What are you going to do here? SkyeBurn has shown that
you got to put the magma on yourself. You gotta cover it on yourself.
Yeah, you really have to just be aggressive here. You can't play these long flanks. You have to be aggressive. So, show Burn what you are made of. Don't let them be scared of you. Because right now, Crimson, they're in your spawn. They're bullying you. They're playing forward.
Organic is out in the open. Yeah,
you have to play very aggressive here.
Here we go.
Here comes the visor from Organic. Here comes the beat drop, and this is perfect to where they can show what they got. The Diva Bomb doesn't find any value, so they can still do that, but Coach Dan's getting taken out by himself. He's not waiting for his team to go in.
Oh no, Kraus. Kraus is gonna get taken out. This is so sad here, and we do see the blade come out, the Dragon Blade, up for Maverick. He finally got that after a couple fights, but there's only 30 seconds left. This is the fight that they need to take. They need to bait out Momentum's beat drop, or they need to kill him before it, but this is going to be really bad. Grav, oh my god. Can he even come back?
You might be able to. You still... Oh, Coach then swamped off on the Hammond, on the Wrecking Ball. That's absolutely...
Ooh, Kydra.
Ooh, Kydra does get a pick, though. They're playing 2, you lose Zarya. You don't have those bubbles. You don't have that high amount of damage. It might be good here for Crimson. They might be able to retake this.
Yep. There we go. Beat dropping. That's good. Maverick can ult right after this. Watch out for the blade. Oh no,
here comes the blade. It might be huge. And here he goes. He's looking for the picks. He does get forward right out of the mech. He's going for another one. Organic blows himself up, so he doesn't give him the good kill. But you still have Bowie, who's stalling with his life with Primal Rage, holding that point beautifully. And here goes Aragon on the left side. Gets taken out by Bowie, who's absolutely holding this point by himself with his other 2 players. Not really by himself, but he's most of the damage that's coming out right now. He goes for the dive. He goes for Coach Den. Takes him out almost immediately. And here comes, Kraus onto the Hammond, onto the Wrecking Ball, which is different to see. And we'll see what they're doing. They're looking for damage. Here comes the Shatter. Doesn't find a lot of value. Gets blocked by the, the Winston shield. And they just need to finish up this fight here. It looks like, you have the Transcendence going on. Transcendence goes away. You lose Bowie. You have the visor ever, but that shield is still up. Here comes the beat drop coming in from And to kind of just make that not worth as much as it was. Breaking the shield, however, is huge. They do take And right out. Kraus is coming up, playing aggressive, and this is what I wanted to see from SkyeBurn. They're pushing forward, but this is what I wanted to see from Crimson. They're playing aggressive, but they're losing members. Here comes the Diva Bomb. They almost stepped off the point there. And here comes Kydra with his, Zarya. And that's heartbreaking to see, but SkyeBurn's going to hold that beautifully.
Yeah, they held that really long, and while Crimson Crabs had the spawns, Bowie on that Winston just did so much work for the cleanup. The blade didn't get enough value. We were talking about it really needed value. The beat drop came well before the blade, and the blade needs to get a team fight win if there's nothing to counteract it. You need to hit those.
You absolutely do need to hit those. You really And we were talking earlier, you know, how Crimson really needed to flex their muscles, flex their bones, what have you. Whatever you flex at night or day, it's not really my business. But they really needed to play aggressive there and show they weren't afraid. And they kind of did that at the end. You know, they really did at the end. Crimson was pushing the wrecking ball. They got some picks off, but then they would just kind of retreat and play kind of discombobulated away from their team. And that's when you really saw that, you know, Crimson, they're trying to be a bully, but you can see through them like paper. You really need to be aggressive there. You need to stick with your team and just bully them. You need to bully, you know, you just need to bully SkyeBurn, or else you're going to get bullied by them, and they were in your spawn. So you just, hopefully on this, they hold the point and they play a little bit more aggressive. You don't want to play too aggressive on defense, but they are running a Bastion, so we can definitely see something huge coming.
Ooh, Torb Bastion. I want to see this. This will be fun. Yeah, we'll see how this bunker comp really works out. I love the Baptiste in this. Baptiste is a really good character into the bunker comp. You make your Bastion a little more immortal. You can put the immortality field behind the Orisa shield for some extra healing. You can also put it behind walls because it's so useful and so mobile. We'll see how this works.
That behind a corner.
It looks like SkyeBurn have scouted the composition because they're going to go for the Hanzo. We were talking about this at the beginning of the match. Hanzo, Pharah, killing the spam comps. There goes Maverick.
Takes down their immortality shield and also takes out the Bastion. Harry absolutely popping off. That's what we want to see. You want to see your Hanzo taking out the supports and the Bastion, almost mirroring what we just said at the beginning of this match.
Yep. And they have spawns.
Yeah, they do have close spawns. They do have, you know, a lot of here. If they get another pick, it'll be huge. Coach Den is hacked, however. Harry goes after the turret. Bowie does get Kydra. Coach Den's kind of in the room by himself. They're kind of, you know what? They can hold this, however. They can. They just took down Organic. No. Ooh, Harry does take down Coach Den and does take down Ford. They're losing some people. If they kill this Doom, however, who's just absolutely annihilating their background, they'll be good. They do that. Bowie gets another pick. Is Bowie going to be able to be the wrecking ball that saves
this? It's the Bowie show.
He might be.
Oh my god!
Ooh, he punches him all the way back. And now we're seeing SkyeBurn absolutely bully him, pushing him back, pushing him forward. He's really good on this wrecking ball. Hasn't been slept yet.
Wow!
But Russian Cows is left out all by himself. And there goes Maverick, punches Bowie, finally ending his rampage onto the wrecking ball. Ooh,
that's gonna be it. Unfortunately, they didn't get anything for it.
Yeah, it was a good push coming in from, you know, Burn, but SkyeBurn, you know, they were bullying him a bit, but then, you know, what we were saying earlier, Crimson came in and showed they had a lot of firepower to work with, and their Doom came in, Maverick came in, Kydra popping off, getting a two-piece right there, taking both the Pharah and the Mercy. Absolutely huge to see.
Hello?
It's like they're waiting for a bit. Kydra! Where's this been, Kydra? Where has this been? I mean,
this is kind of hot.
I mean, popping this off on icon walls would have been huge, but you know what? They didn't really make it to the big point where you would need a Widow, so this is absolutely huge for them. Huge sightlines. Hydra.
The mines.
Ooh, here come the mines. Here comes the dragon. You know, that's what we were saying earlier. Dragon's gonna take him away. Does take Hydra down. Here comes the hack as well. And you know what? You can take down this Winston, you'll be huge, and that's what they do. They're taking out what they can at the moment. The Orisa's very low, and it's almost one hit. Drops the Bongo, gets 4 health once more. And you know what?
No.
Ooh, Russian Cows takes down Argon. They really need to take out this Orisa. This is what's holding the point.
Bowie in the kill Kraus.
Yeah, they definitely need to take out the healers. Kydra holding off in the right side room by himself, trying to snipe, looking for the meteor strike from Maverick.
Oh my god!
He gets it. Takes down Organic. Ford does take down Kydra, however, but look at this. Crimson is now playing like SkyeBurn was when SkyeBurn was playing on this defense.
Ooh,
they're not
you're
really
right,
but they're bullying them now. That's what we wanted to see from them.
But Kraus is just staying alive, and he's just living so long in this back line.
And he's building
already has the nano boost. Yeah, that nano boost is going to be huge coming to the next fight, especially for And on this Orisa. And Kydra is setting up these picks so well. If he gets another pick off in a couple seconds, that might end the map.
That might actually, end the map. If they get discombobulated, there goes the bot for that. They go for the, you know, the wrecking ball goes in there for the boom.
Oh, Argon.
Ooh, this gets absolutely, like, you know, deflected though, however, with this Transcendence, who's by himself is Russian Cows going for the flank, like a sideshow ripoff, trying to go and flank right behind him. But Harry's not having that. He takes down Kraus. He realizes, you know what, your honor's keeping you up, and I don't want that. Argon comes in with his, you know, Hammond, and, you know, you have the wrecking ball, but Bowie drops his bombs, keeping him away, kind of, you know, his little hamster droppings, as gross as that sounds, but it's going to keep him away from the point. It would keep me away from a point if I saw hamsters droppings. I mean, that's just me, though. I don't know how you roll. Aragon going there once again, tries to drop, gets punched almost immediately by Harry, taken down. And you know what? That was actually a really good hold coming from Crimson. They did get, they did lose the point, but that was like a big sign. That was like a quick revive for them. That was a huge sign of life.
Yeah, they need to hurry up and reset, though. Maverick just goes down in that fight, and while Kydra's trying to get a thing on the high ground, Organic's taking some shots with the Hanzo, gets the headshot onto Kydra.
That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Russian Cows does, however, get kind of punished for him trying to play very aggressive flank.
They're so close to the point.
Ooh, here comes the dragon, moving them away. You only need it right out this gate. The only thing that's holding that point is Hog, Orisa, and Kraus. You take down Kraus, you can hold that point beautifully. Kraus is one hit. He gets the nano off, however, onto the Hog. And now you just have to kind of wait and see what they're going to do. They're going to waste, not really a waste of the nano, but definitely could have been using
I think it was a panic nano.
Yeah,
it was one of those that's like, I'm going to die, I need to use it now. Because this might be the end of the game.
Russian Cows swapping out the Zenyatta? Only leaving them for one healer? That's crazy. Well, we were seeing Russian Cows earlier doing a lot
they're gonna swap
Yada.
No?
No, they're going to keep that? Are you going to get another healer?
What is this composition from SkyeBurn?
Here comes that. Russian Cows going back to the Zenyatta. You have the bombs coming in from Bowie, but it's not a lot. You don't have your team there. Bowie's doing what Coach Sten was doing earlier on this map. He's not waiting for his team to go in and pushing. So now he's just by himself trying to one-man army an entire team.
They're going regular Zen Goats, but they only have a minute to do so. And, the Nano coming up, the Doomfist ultimate and the Hog ultimate, they aren't very impactful, but if they can fend off SkyeBurn for one more fight, they can actually win this. 47 seconds left. Maverick getting very low. He's going to
here comes into the air. Going for the meteor strike, looking for his pick, looking for who we can get. And he's still in the air for a bit, but he has to come down sooner or later. He came down already. He didn't find anything. He used that as the thing. Aragon, that's a huge pick. Losing him absolutely loses a tank of their three.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Come on, Crimson. You have to be a bully here. You have to be aggressive. Show them what you got. You have the Nano. You have the Orisa. Don't lose it. You have the Bongo down as well. If they lose it, they step off the point, and they lose their confidence, and SkyeBurn takes that easily.
And the resistance was ceased. SkyeBurn 3-0 Crimson Crabs.
Organic with the play of the game as Brigitte. I don't know if they can see that on our viewer screen, but you know what? It's there. He's swinging. He's punching. He's doing what a Brigitte do. And that's absolutely huge coming from him. Okay, no, stop. Crimson Crab is dead. Crimson Crabs is gone. You said you want to use the soundboard, and you used it, and I've been betrayed, and I never want to cast with you again. But what we just saw... It's a joke, chill. But what we just saw from that was SkyeBurn playing their aggressive playstyle. Crimson Crabs crumbling from not playing theirs. And we saw them, they were being a bit of a bully, holding that point. Second half, they were being schoolyard bully. They're like, hey, SkyeBurn, stop taking my lunch money. I'm mad. Don't go into my spawn. But at the end of that, they started backing up and they lost the point. They got scared of him. And that's what lost them the game. They didn't have the confidence. They didn't have the communication. And you know what? You're just going to lose that pretty easily if you don't have it.
Yep.
But we are going to get
we're going to get a... we will. We'll get one with Harry, who was their hit scan player for SkyeBurn. Did very well. We'll also be seeing the votes in just a moment, so make sure to get your last votes in with the Twitch panel on the left side. Bottom left.
Yeah, definitely. And while we wait for, Harry to join... I gotta sell a Twitch Prime. I gotta sell a Twitch subs. Those do help us significantly better this channel and better our cast, and just helps all around. So if you can drop a Twitch Prime sub, a normal sub, that'd be greatly appreciated, and we thank you for your support.
Agreed. Harry, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. That was a pretty dominant match. You guys went Looney Tunes on Hollywood.
Looney Tunes. Why do you?
Yeah, Hollywood was a bit of a frustrating one.
You mean frustrating? You guys weren't having fun?
You guys weren't having fun going in their spawn and bullying them? Or like...
we didn't play to the level we can play at, for sure.
Ooh, that
makes a lot of sense.
That is definitely... Yeah, we definitely saw some moments of weakness from your team. So saying that, definitely confirms that. What were you thinking, pushing into the spawn, however? That's what I really want to...
We kind of just thought, why not? If they were going to play an Orisa comp, we just didn't really want to give them any space. We just messed up with the call to hold and stairs because we didn't call they had barrage, or else we could have held longer.
That makes a lot of sense, and it was to be honest, it was like really controlled aggression. You guys just had a lot of problems dealing with chaos. That was what the Crimson Crabs had. That was their greatest strength, was they could make the game into a clown fiesta, and when it was a clown fiesta, they were better at partying, right?
Go ahead and put on these clown shoes real quick if you want.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
their clown shoes fit a lot better than yours.
Definitely a good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had some issues dealing with their comp. It was a bit unconventional, to say the least. But
did you think it was good? Did you think that they played some good comps? You can be honest here.
I don't want to discredit them or anything. I think it was more just us playing it wrong rather than them playing it well. But we just weren't prepared for it at all.
Ooh, okay.
So,
no
I mean, you can be honest about the comp,
I'm not trying to.
You're not dissing their play.
Yeah, I'm not dissing their play and whatever. They're talking about like they had ringers or whatever in match chat. That's cool, but like,
nice.
I don't know. We weren't expecting that, so I think we just played kind of badly against it. Nothing against them. But...
Do you feel like you guys is Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Dooney.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I already said.
I was gonna say they really struggle through the losers bracket here, but they managed to get this far into round 3 of the losers bracket. I was kind of hoping that they'd put up more of a fight, but now that you mention it, yeah, the ringer, having someone else try to fill in because one of your players can't make it is a pretty big deal, especially coming into this tournament with GM. So I totally understand the compositions that they put out. It seemed that they were just going for comfort more than convention, right?
I definitely agree. Yeah, I think they're just trying to play what they were comfortable on, because I scouted their other game and they just didn't look like the same team that played today.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you guys were better at swapping off heroes or just adapting to your surroundings than they were when they were sticking to heroes that weren't really working well. So yeah, you guys definitely had the upper hand on that.
All right, next question gonna be the Atlantic Showdown and the Pacific Showdown are coming up. Have you heard of any of the teams coming in?
Honestly, I have not paid too much attention to that, but you can educate me a little bit here.
Well, tonight at 1 a.m. EST is the Pacific Showdown. We got Korean representatives, Chinese, Pacific, and Australian teams as well coming into this thing. It should be pretty hype. It's going to be on the Contenders Twitch, but I wasn't necessarily advertising that. I was actually meaning about the All-Star skins. Which one do you like more, the Mercy or the Lucio?
Oh, I'm going to go with the Lucio one, man. I like that one a little bit.
That's an invalid option, but okay. Whatever. I mean, your opinion's wrong, but I'm not gonna fight you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
The Mercy one is so
have an alright day. Yeah. I definitely like the Mercy one. It glows really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at them right now. I don't know. I might be unconventional, but I go with the Lucio. So.
Darn hit scan players.
Yeah, typical hit scan players. Sorry about it, guys.
They don't know what they want, dude. They're just...
Yeah, I know. What do you want to play? A Sniper or Zarya? That's not a hit scan.
That's not a hit
Honestly,
scan.
yeah. Zarya jail, get me out.
Get out of Brigida jail, dude. I just want to get out of jail.
I know. Our team is just like, oh, we're going to play Kree comp, and our off-tank gets to play it. A little sad, but it's okay.
Yeah, that was so weird. We saw...
We both have a similar hero pool, actually, and it was more of a thing that my Zar is better than his, and his McCree is, like, as good as mine. You know what I mean? So it just made more sense to put him on the Kree.
Yeah, and... Yeah, I mean, we're seeing, like, the chat, like, SkyeBurn, or not SkyeBurn, Crimson Crab saying, they're just like clowns or whatever. You guys didn't necessarily play bad the whole like thing, you want to believe that. That's how everyone believes their games go. They believe, they're playing absolute garbage the whole time. They had moments of strength. They definitely had moments where in chaos they strived and they looked good. So Crimson, don't take away this whole game as you just absolutely saying you're throwing. You guys had moments of great strength. You held well. And just at the end, sometimes you get unlucky and you lose the game. And that's just how this kind of thing goes.
Definitely. Yeah,
even
they played
coming
well
from the
too.
enemy team.
Mm.
Coming from the enemy team, SkyeBurn, you guys played pretty well. Just at the end, sometimes you get unlucky and you lose the game. But you guys definitely had moments of strength, and you played well. You just got to coordinate better, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're pretty confident we can move a bit farther in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely seeing what from you guys have. You guys do have the good coordination, the good goats, the good DPS. You guys can definitely go far in this.
Oh, Maverick actually said they had more than one ringer. Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That
they had
makes
two,
sense.
I believe. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just an unfortunate circumstance for them, I'm not
Yeah.
taking anything away from them. It's always rough. Like even in scrims, when we don't have our main tank, we play way differently goats wise. It's just pretty rough. So
That sucks.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you guys in the next match. I gotta announce our MVP, which is Ford.
Nice.
Ford got 41% of the votes, and kudos to them. Good luck in the next matches, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, to all teams, you played wonderful, and good luck in your next game. GG,
Thanks,
go again.
GG's.
So that'll be the end of this match. One more coming up in approximately an hour at 9 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll see you guys there. Don't forget to stay safe.
Stay safe, be good people, and we'll see you in about an hour. I'm gonna go play some comp, lose and stuff. That's just how it be.